everyone, it's me again, Teacher Anna. For today's video, I'm going to teach you suffixes. Okay, so what are suffixes? Does it sound familiar to you or a little bit unfamiliar with it? Okay, so don't worry about that because, as what I have mentioned, that will be our topic for today. Okay, and I'll make sure to make it simpler and easier to understand. Okay, so I'll start with the definition. Suffixes are a group of words that goes at the end of a word and changes or transforms the meaning of it. Okay, so when we say transform, it basically talks about from one part of speech added with a suffix turns into another part of speech. Like for example, from a noun added with a suffix, so it becomes an adjective. Or from an adjective added with a suffix, it becomes an adverb. And things like that. Okay, so we have here. So remember that one, it's at the end, So I'll start with the 3-step answer methods, As what I have promised, I will make it easier and simpler. That's why I have come up with these simple methods. So let's start with the first one. We have here, identifying the suffixes. So how do we do that, One thing is, you have to memorize, it may sound a cliche, for you, because I think from my previous video, I have also mentioned the word memorize, but since grammar rules, are already fixed, so the best way actually, or one way, to do it well is of course for you to be familiar of it and to memorize, So we have here for the noun group, so the prefixes that are commonly used for the nouns are the following, So I guess you do have already encountered, this kind of examples that I have here with me. So just like for example, in the word, for the word socialism, So social, of course, that is an adjective, So what you have here, like adjective plus the suffix added with it, so it becomes a noun. So same as through with your other examples. So as again, you have to memorize social, excellent, sad, inform, govern, active, friend, employ. You have here the two forms. Employee, of course, you do know what employee is and employer. Then you have here actor, tourist. So usually with this one, I want to actually give you a very specific information on that. So for the word act, so that is actually a verb. When you add or, your suffix, it becomes a noun. So when you say, or for this one, it means that what does a person do with that certain action that they do. Like for example, is act. When you act, you are of course an actor. And then what other things? I think there are so many of those. So you just have to review. And the same goes with other examples. So I'm sure you will do well, as we go along with our topic. So now let's go with this group here. So you have for verbs as what you can see from the information I have provided, verbs, okay? There are two kinds of verbs, regular and irregular, okay? So when you say regular, we can usually add ed or d to form its past, okay? While irregular means it has a different form, okay? So just like, okay, one very good example that I have here with me is the word eat. Of course, the past form is not eaten, but instead it is ate. Okay, so kindly review the list of regular and irregular verbs, okay, so that you are able to remember all the rules, okay, that applies, okay, or all the rules that apply with those kind of cases, okay. So we have here en, ate, okay, eyes, and your ify, okay. So from what you can see here, I have encircled this one. So soft is an adjective. Added with a suffix en, it turns into a verb. Or it transforms, okay, from an adjective form into a verb form. Okay? So I guess you can already, okay, identify, okay, the transformations, okay, of that part of, or that particular part of speech into another. Okay? So I will go now, or I will proceed with adverbs. Okay? There are actually so many, okay, adverbs in English grammar, but the commonly used is of course your ly. Ly is expected to talk about adverb of manner, or how an action is done. Slowly, happily, completely, and so on and so forth, okay? So as again, it means you have to memorize, okay? So it may be a little bit of a hard time, or should I say, it's very laborious, okay, to memorize, of course, because there are tons and tons of words, okay? But I think as you start doing that, okay, things, of course, will get easier, okay? And you will soon do well with it, okay? So don't worry about that. I've been there before, okay? So let's now proceed with adjectives, okay? So as what you can see here, here are the lists, okay, of suffixes used, okay, to transform certain, okay, word into adjectives. So just like for this case here, excellent, okay, so which of course came from the word or from the noun excellence, okay. So added with an ent, okay, it becomes an adjective, okay. So I think now we have, okay, completed the first method, identifying the suffixes, and then, okay, the transformation rules, okay. So as what I have written here, these are, okay, some of the easy, okay, and basic ways on how to transform, okay, those words, okay, into, okay, another kind of speech, okay? Okay, so I'll be going with some sample exercises, okay? But before I do that, just let me inform you that actually the suffix exercise is one of the most encountered kind of question in the TOEIC grammar tests, okay? So that's why that you have to, or I am, okay, here to actually teach you, okay, those kinds of exercises, okay, which can be applied later on when you take the TOEIC grammar test, okay? Okay, so let's go with our sample exercises, Okay, so I will start with number 1. The train for Crawford will be suspended for 3 days to complete minor blank on its rails. Okay, so as you can see here, before the blank is an adjective. Okay, so I guess from my second video, okay, I have taught you of some basic sentence patterns. Okay, so which I think will be in our discussion for today. Okay, so from here, adjective plus noun. Okay, so which among the choices do you think is a noun? Is it A, constructs, B, constructed, C, constructed, or D, construction? Okay, so from what I have written here already, so constructs, of course, is a present verb. Constructive, you have already from your list, okay? So the TIVE is used to form an adjective. Okay, letter C is constructive, which of course is a simple past verb. And D, construction. Tion is used to form a noun. Okay, construct is a verb. Construction, is a noun. So which of course brings you to letter D as the correct answer. Okay, so I guess now you already have the idea on how suffixes are applied and on how they are used, in this kind of questions. Okay, so let's go with number 2. Denver is a famous tourist destination and renowned for its cuisine and blank scenery. Okay, so as you can see here, you have your conjunction and. Okay, so this one explains parallel. Okay, parallel idea. So when you say parallel, it's equal. So when we say equal, whatever part of speech you have there, or whatever idea you have before that, it is expected that it will be of the same after. Okay, so you have here cuisine and blank. But as you can see from this example, scenery is a noun, which already makes it parallel. So let's go back to our basic sentence pattern. Okay, so what we have to find here, or what we have to fill in that one is of course an adjective. Okay, so which do you think here stands as an adjective? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Okay, so A is a simple present verb. Attracting, of course, is progressive form. While attractive, you have already learned that one, that the tive, belongs to the adjective suffix, and should, belongs to the noun prefix suffix, so which means that C is the right answer. We are done with example number 3, so I'm going to teach you number 4 in my next video. Okay, thank you very much and see you. Bye bye.